Welcome to the Afterspin, opinions from thought leaders in our state. I want to ask John Hood and Chris Fitzsimon. The 2018 Child Health Report Card for North Carolina was recently released, and our state received an A for insurance coverage, an F for housing and economic security, a C for education, oral health, and preconception health, and a D for birth outcomes and child abuse and healthy eating and several other. Give us your perception of this year's report card and the actions we ought to be taking. Chris?
Well, I think it's good news that we have an A for health care, although I'm worried as we go forward. You know, the Congress was playing games with the Children's Health Care Initiative or the CHIP program, which was passed with a lot of bipartisan support back in the day. I think it's also worth noting two things stand out. One is the fact that our infant mortality rate continues to inch back up after years of progress. I think there's a bipartisan effort to invest more and change that. But in terms of housing and economic security, we still have a significantly higher child poverty rate than many of the states in the United States. I think there's a lot of reasons for that. But part of it is investing in families, investing in ways to help low-income families, not only with health care. I still think the earned income tax credit and other targeted efforts to help them would go a long way.
John, your take on the child health care report
I think
card.
the most troubling aspect and the thing that we could do the most about, and that is clearly a state responsibility, so that's like checking three boxes, has to do with child abuse, neglect, our foster care system. North Carolina has made some improvements in recent years in some areas, but this is an area we need to learn from other states that do a better job. These are wards of the state. They are children who, for whatever reason, are not being parented. The state has to step in and take appropriate steps, and we need to make sure we're doing that effectively. And it needs to be a higher priority.
And so far as it goes in comparison with past years, we had lots of C's, D's, and F's in past years. I agree with Chris. It's good to see an A up there.
Yeah,
at least we're making some progress in some areas with our children. Well, thank you for watching the Afterspin. We'll have more video all during the week on ncspin.com.